Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
E-Class Consulting. It's owned and operated by Carrice, providing tools, training, and resources that are sure to make you and your business even more successful. We are staffed with a marketing, credit, tax, and a real estate consultant. E-Class Consulting also provides a temporary admin service called E-Class Admins. Want to book an appointment with E-Class Consulting? Call 702-518-3002 or email book@eclassconsulting.com. E-Class Consulting, navigating you to greatness.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Well, looky here. Look who's back.
Yay!
This
Oh
is
my God, I'm
wild
so
times we're in right
excited.
now.
They are. I'm surprised we didn't get deported.
Ciao.
Listen.
And anybody can go at this point. Okay.
Hello.
The tea that we about to spill today is some wild tea. But first, before we talk this deportation talk and how you colored might be out of here.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Sir, what you been up to? Oh my gosh, it's been like 4 months.
Has it been that long already?
Jeez, Louise, it has been a very long time.
Hiatusing for sure.
Man,
I've been, I've been doing well. Trying to get back in shape. Take a walk, do a push up, maybe a
Just
jumping
one?
jack or two. That's about what I can handle right now. Is
I feel it.
1 to 5 push ups.
I feel the whole thing. I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? 1 to 5 push ups. Maybe a few more smoothies in my life. I've been working outside recently, doing some gardening. I'm getting to that point in my life where I'm, outside working in the dirt like a slave. That's why I feel like I look a little burned, but it's because I've been outside.
Oh, burned
up.
Can we talk about that?
Crispy.
Are we talking about tan or because I mean, the colorism thing was like, oh no, make sure you cover up so you don't be black this summer. Make sure you cover your kids up so you don't be black this summer.
As a kid, I used to stand outside in the sun because I wanted to be really, really dark skinned. Because I'm like, that is to me like the ultimate. Like I'm like, you are black, right? You want to be dark skinned, and like and I don't get when I'm out in the sun. That doesn't happen. I tan a little bit, but then it start burning, and so it doesn't do what I want it to do. So I do have to put on the sunscreen to make sure that's not happening to me. I did though get my Twitter got suspended.
What the heck happened? Wait, your ex got suspended.
My Twitter got suspended. My ex is somebody else, right? My Twitter got suspended because I call Elon Musk an African booty scratcher, and he's still an African booty scratcher, especially for suspending my Twitter. Right? It's permanently suspended for violating. And what's crazy, I didn't even call him my African booty scratcher on Twitter. I called him African booty scratcher on Instagram. I did add it.
You reposted it?
Must have. But here's the thing. He is an African booty scratcher.
He is?
You know what I'm saying? It's so like, he is African, right? And so like, I felt like it was an apt description of who he is. And he said, oh yeah, you will not be watching any more free adult fun good time on my platform. And so now I can't. So
well, don't be calling people African booty scratchers.
I won't stop doing that.
I did text you something real quick that I want you to share. Those of you who are live right now with us, we are no longer streaming live on Facebook. Okay. We are only on YouTube, Twitch, and we are on Instagram today. So that means we can't say any F words, B words, or S words, but we will bleep them out on our own. Okay.
I can't. Oh my goodness. Okay. You got it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to be here. Yes. Me too. I am. I'm very excited. I'm gassed. I'm super happy to be here. How have you been though? I see the locks are growing in.
Oh, you know what? It's getting luscious.
Yes.
It's getting luscious, Yeah, I feel like I just been working a lot. Like I just been, and not like overwhelmed with work, but it's just been like, it's been kind of nonstop with doing something,
Working for the man.
Can we talk about working for the man real quick?
Yes, we can.
Okay, because the man is my man, okay? And that's why we have to talk about this. My man, okay? I'm working for the man, who's my man, and he thinks he's the boss of me, okay?
Oh.
And I have to often remind him that he is not the boss of me.
Who's the boss of you?
Me.
Somebody got to be the boss of you. Somebody.
Who?
I don't. You know what? The other day I was talking to somebody on the phone, and I was like, I don't want no boss. I don't like people telling me what to do. And they was like, "You're gonna have to have a boss in your life." I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't think that's."
See, look, Mr.
Inaccurate.
Banksy. Oh boy, the boss. Yep, he think he the boss.
Well, I mean, somebody got to be in charge, right?
You know what?
Somebody has
I'll
to be.
let him be
You ever been
great.
somewhere where someone's not in charge? You're like, this is who's in charge here? You know what I'm saying? This is chaos. You say your boss, child.
It's
You sign
not.
your check.
You know what? Shout out to everybody listening live right now on Instagram. Yeah. Let me
Shout
put this over
out.
here. Oh, we got a lot of activity on Instagram. Chocolate covered love her, formerly known as Twitter, she says. And I'm sorry, y'all, the comments on Instagram come up on a separate screen than the comments on our other pages. So bear with me as I go back and forth. LaRon Lavish. What's up?
No, he said no. Go back to the standing outside story. Okay, so look.
Okay.
Honestly, my dad is dark, right? My sister's dark skin, my brother's dark skin. I wanted to be like so dark where like my teeth always looked white. And it never ever happened. I remember one time I was in the summertime again, I was working outside doing construction and I didn't have a hat on. I was like, this is the summer. This is my time. I'm going to do it. Yes. I finally have enough sun, enough opportunity. You know, when opportunity meets preparation. I was like, this is my moment. I came home, I was purple and covered in blisters. And I still had to go to work the next day.
See, that's the problem with that's the problem with tanning when you're black. Like, I feel like, you know, white people, yeah, they get, you know, sunburn, whatever. But when black people get sunburn, I feel like it's a whole different situation.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's terrible. And no one believes you have something like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even know it was sunburn. A white person had to tell me it was. I thought I was like, what happened to my skin?
Chocolate Covered Lover says that you are a red brother. And
I believe I'm brown.
Wesley says that it's an emoji that I can't see, so I'm not sure what it says, but he's calling you a red bone.
Yeah. He says it's ninja. Okay, so one time I was DoorDashing. Can I tell a story, please? I haven't gotten to tell a story. I feel like I
now it's time to spill our shady ass teas.
Yeah. I was DoorDashing because sometimes I do that, right? The DoorDash man sent me. He was like, "Hey, man, you the best," and he sent a ninja emoji, right? Now,
not
my
the
understanding.
Ninja.
Okay, so
was he white?
Let me set the scene.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to jump ahead.
Okay,
let's go through this slowly. So I'm in the grocery store, I'm shopping. He was like, my wife out of town. I'm trying to surprise my wife. Blah blah blah. Get her some flowers. Get a couple bottles of champagne, some chocolate. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. I'm happy to help. I love love, right? And I love being a purveyor of it. I want to be a part of it. So I found the flowers, got them wrapped, blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, man, you know, Ninja, you crazy, right? Like, it was something like that. And I'm like, cool. And he said stuff like bet and, you know, real. And, you know, I'm thinking this is a brother or a person of melanated descent.
Brother.
Okay? This is a brother, okay? I pull up to the townhome. The garage door opens. Out walks a basement dwelling, Discord running, long fingernail, long haired, white man who had been calling me a ninja.
You said white.
Okay. Whiter. Okay. So think about the whitest person you can ever think of. Like not like racist white, but like white. Like this is a white person, right? Like long stringy hair, kind of smell like dog, you know, like white. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about stereotypical that
white person.
And I said, person, yeah. And I was like, ninja. And so my daughter's in the car. She say, is that who called you a ninja? And I'm thinking to myself, this can't be my life. Because you can't see the person messaging you. Right? You just I don't even know if they can see me. I assume they can see me, but I don't know. So how does he know am I a ninja? Or is that just like a general thing? Now, is everybody a ninja? Is that only for black people? Is it for black people
Well,
anyway? Like, I'm trying to figure out.
He saw your picture though, right? On the DoorDash.
I guess
They
I
showed
don't
a
know.
picture. They showed a picture of you and your name, so they knew what it
Right.
he knew what it was.
Yeah, he was like, oh, ninja. It's in the ninja emoji. I was like, the emoji is what I was like. Oh, this is a young.
So did you get 5 stars or not?
100%, and I got a big tip, but not the point.
At the cost of him calling you the N-word.
Ninja. Right.
Can read that real quick.
Yeah, Daryl says in Marine boot camp, I was burnt to a crisp. Didn't know what was going on. Using sunscreen ever since. We needed to. I use absolutely. For those who don't use sunscreen, please get Black Girl sunscreen. That's what I use on my skin every day after I go outside, and I'm still unburned. I might get darker, but it definitely works. No, my brother Malcolm sent that to me. Brother Malcolm. he sends me stuff like that. Shout out to Brother Malcolm. He sends me like cool black people stuff. He was like, oh, I found this black snack brand. Here you go. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
A chocolate covered lover says it's the brother. It's not the brother. Like, because I was trying to figure out was a brother. Yeah.
It was brother. What's going on? Brother. He was giving me the Randy
brother. He was giving brother. Okay.
He was giving snap it to a Slim Jim. You know what I'm saying? He was giving that.
Oh my gosh. Well,
be safe out there, y'all. I'm just calling people ninjas on. I'm listening. Go ahead.
On DoorDash. On DoorDash chat.
I forgot where I was even at.
Yeah. So listen, I don't know if we need to get into some shady ass tea. Did I already say what I was doing? I wasn't doing nothing. I'm just been working. That's it. That's all I said, right? And we took like an impromptu break. We didn't even plan a break.
It wasn't planned.
Just stuff was just happening. We was like, you know what? We're not visiting this right now. You know?
Yeah.
And then and here we are. So
I want to be 100% for y'all.
Right. So we are back, and we are here to deliver the shady ass tea. Those of you who are listening live again on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram, go ahead and click that share button. Share your friends about us. We are live right now on Hot 7025 FM.com. We are so all of our platforms.
Say, like, this is an emergency.
Right. Click there. Right. All of our platforms are at Hot 7025 FM, and yeah, that's what we are. Now, let's get into some deportation news where we started about, sir possibly getting deported.
Yes.
Apparently, your Republican friends over in the White House, in the, they decided they wanted to go ahead and vote that they can deport any U.S. citizen.
Okay.
Yes.
Please pull it. I have a couple questions, but can you elaborate on the any?
So me, okay. any other of the GGERs, okay? Any white people, anyone that is a U.S. citizen, they have voted that you can be deported. Now, there's no information as to where you're going to be deported to, what you will be deported for. Like, how do you get kicked out?
Will we go to Venezuela? We go to that Venezuela jail?
Like, how do they decide? Like you or I, we do something, be black, and get deported. How do they decide where we're gonna go?
I don't know. Okay, so is it like when you work in a bank and you have to look at somebody and be like, okay, based on what I see, this is what I think?
Not the racial profiling at the bank.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? Where they're like, okay, what do you see?
If you worked at a bank, you're a racial profile. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Right. No, what I'm saying is, like, dude, how do they know where you would go? They'd be like, okay, well, you look black, so we're sending you to Nigeria, right? But you may not even be,
you for sure going to Nigeria.
Me?
Yeah, because you're Nigerian.
So. I don't think so.
You are. I'm telling you.
You're not. Just because you're Nigerian doesn't mean I'm Nigerian.
We Nigerian.
I'm from South Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. I'm not from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia.
And is okay.
Hello. But legitimately, what So they passed is it a law or an act? Like what are they saying? What are
So
they actually saying?
I'm sure at this point it's going to go to the Supreme Court, but it passed it because
Mhm.
all of the Republicans, every single Republican voted for it. Okay.
Right.
So not one of
Wow.
them was like, "No, that don't really sound like a good idea." Like, no. They all said, "You know what? Yes, get these people out of here." And we got to determine who the people are that they want to get out of here. And I'm going to assume that we probably are the people, along with the other people they're already trying to get. Listen, what would be the purpose of deporting a U.S. citizen?
We're not even
to another country.
So here's the thing: Black people are not even bothering the people who are dealing. Like when I talk to Black people, we don't even talk about politics. We talk about line dancing. We talk about going out to eat. We talk about like what we want to decorate our house with. Like we're not even, how people be online like crying about like their voting and all of that stuff. And so when I talk to Black people seem relaxed because we're not bothered. We're not messing with these people. Why would they want to? Why do they want to
listen? Especially after this election, we've been minding our business,
minding our
business. And I think that I figured out the emoji that Wes is using, and I think it's the ninja. Okay,
the emoji.
He said that ninja. He talking about you. He said that ninja going to Honduras
on a cruise.
Oh my gosh!
I will be right.
Ari says that it's slave trade.
Oh, work.
In trade. Your ear, LV says, so they voted against themselves, Dumb and Dumber. Absolutely. But the problem is that I feel like they're going to try to utilize this to get rid of everyone because there's no stipulations to it. It's like, did I commit a crime? If I committed a crime here.
Right. Go ahead.
Who
so what they're going to do, they're going to start with the people already in prison. Right. So they'll take the people who've already committed crimes and be like, oh, we're just shipping out criminals. Truth be told, I'm Dutch, T. You know what I'm saying? So they'd be like, we're already shipping out criminals because that's all to be able to take away the rights of like non-criminalized Americans. They got to start taking away from people who people feel like deserve to have their rights taken away or who don't have rights already. They're going to start shipping over.
But where are they going to send them?
Because they're already slaves.
Who's going to be like, you know what? Let me get all of your prisoners who committed, heinous crimes. What country's going to be like, oh yeah, hey, sign me up for that?
The Dutch, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the English. Maybe
Can
those.
We talk about something real quick?
Sure.
When we talk about how I know what you are.
How do you know? I
remember one time in college, we took a class together. Mm-hmm. Okay. It was multicultural diversity. All right. Yes. You and I took a class together and I did all the work. Okay.
That's
and we had
That's not true.
We had
go ahead. I don't remember that part.
We had an assignment and the assignment was your family tree. Mm-hmm. What? That's how I know where you're from. But guess who did the assignment for us?
I don't remember a family tree assignment.
I know you don't. But guess who turned it in for us to get an A?
I definitely turned in multiple assignments. I don't remember.
Not the group projects. The group projects was an E project. Okay. Oh, and we talk about that.
Are you sure? I don't have any recollection. I do not recall. I
have that paper. I have that paper probably on my phone that I can email to you. Okay, Wes says another country would have to accept the transfer. Yeah, no, well, apparently not. Since dude is over in Guatemala, right? He got deported by accident. He's a U.S. citizen, and they didn't need a transfer for him. And then they won't bring him back.
Won't bring homie back. So I'm thinking I'm in a Venezuelan prison, right? Have you seen those Venezuelan prisons?
Venezuela. I just said Guatemala. Go ahead.
So I'm in these Venezuelan prisons, right? Packed shoulder to shoulder, butt to tip, from all the way back, all the way to the side. Have you seen them? They in there, packed in there.
Yes, shirtless, I've seen. It looks
It's too
very
much.
familiar to other photos I have seen.
Right. Slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now it's dangerous there. I don't speak the language. Right. Someone's like, yo, give me all your tortillas. And I'm like, yo, I don't even know what
you
you're
lying.
saying. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what they're feeding people in the Venezuelan prisons, but I'm assuming like arapas or like, something delicious, right? But they're like, give it all to me. And I'm like, I don't know what you mean. And now I'm getting beat up because I don't speak the language. And now I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Like, that would be really stressful. And then there's down
Yes.
packed. That'd be I'd be really
That
stressed
sounds
out.
very familiar, doesn't it?
It does. It does sound like transatlantic slave trade, but it's
It
going a
does.
different way.
It does.
That's really interesting.
Mm.
They're trying to go back to making America great again. That's the whole goal.
Listen, I was watching this thing on Instagram. It was a commercial from China. The lady was like, yeah, you can come to China for 240 hours, and you don't even need a visa. You can just come here and you could shop because the things that you buy in America they're going to cost you $40, and they'll only cost you $8 here. And she was like, "Thank you for helping us make China great again." I almost died. I said, this is where we are.
Right. Because I mean, have you seen the TikToks with the Chinese manufacturers exposing the luxury brand, saying, "Hey, we make all that stuff," and they just send it over there and put a little emblem on it. Now, you seen the Temu, like people be buying stuff with the Temu, Alibaba. They're like, oh, it look just like this. Just
I have
like
not
the
purchased anything from either one of those places, but not saying that I wouldn't. I just haven't.
And so, okay, so let's say you have a Louis Vuitton bag, right? You have a few, and
I cannot
you
confirm or
technically
deny.
You technically have purchased from them because that's who made them. That's
well,
who made
I
your
don't know
bag.
who made them when I purchased them because now I only buy luxury black bags. So it's been years.
I'm just saying. So technically, you have purchased from a Temu.
But I don't know that my bag was made in China.
Yes, you know. They just told you.
No, it may have been in recent years. I probably haven't purchased a Louis Vuitton bag in a decade. So maybe I don't know where it was made a decade ago. That's what I'm saying.
China.
Ari
they didn't just start.
Ari says that you're done, sir. But and then BUTT the tip is diabolical.
But the tip is diabolical. I'm just saying. But that's what they are. But the tip. That's how they in there. They're in there tight. You take a deep breath in. You know what I'm saying? Take a deep breath and slowly exhale is how they're in there. And for those who know, they know.
Can we talk about something else that was packed in real tight? Okay, sure. That listen, and this is random ass news. All right, so I was watching this weird news story. And I guess it's just time for me to just drop the dimes on y'all.
Well, tonight, cleanup is underway after millions of dimes were scattered across US 81 287 in Alvord. This is a strange one. A semi carrying loose change tipped over early this morning. Crews are still working on this mess. WFA's Adriana De Alba is live on the scene with what went wrong. Adriana, what do you know?
Hey, Teresa, well, first off, can we talk about how bizarre this is? I mean, we're talking millions of dimes, $800,000 worth to be exact. And I'm going to show you what's going on because they are actually handpicking this off the floor. It's lasted hours, just this massive cleanup effort. You can see and probably hear the vacuums that have been going for hours and hours as they work to clean up this big mess. But let's tell you what happened because DPS tells me an 18-wheeler was headed southbound this morning at about 5:30. This was on Highway 287. Well, it veered off the road. The driver auto-corrected and lost its entire load. So that semi, it was hauling, like I said, millions of freshly minted
I just want y'all to pay attention to the people picking up the dimes.
$800,000 worth, and now this is still underway, trying to get it all cleaned up. So What has happened now is that the highway has been shut down for hours. We are getting close to rush hour. Traffic is backing up. Drivers are now having to take the farm to market road off to the side. And this is still well underway to get this giant piggy bank cleaned up. I'm going to toss it over now to Stacia.
Okay, thanks so much for that update, Adriana. Yeah, you spill.
All right, so listen, I got a couple questions. Is this how they transport coins?
I was confused. I'm like, why aren't they in the wrappers? They told us to put them in the little.
Put them in the $10.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
Yes. Was it $5 for dimes?
$5 for dimes.
I know it's $5 for nickels, $10 for quarters, 50 cents for pennies. I think it's $2 for dimes. Nope, got to be more than that.
It's 5, I think. I'm pretty sure it's $5. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's 5. But so now I'm concerned because we just got semi trucks, just got dimes in the back of them,
just riding around with. It's very like, okay, so you're driving down the street
with $800,000 worth of dimes.
Knocks over, the person behind you is like, "What's happening?" So like, do you get out and gather some dimes, or do you like continue to go to work? Or like, damn, I missed all those dimes. You get working. I could have
because it's not like a the armored truck turns over and dollar bills are everywhere.
It's dimes.
But my concern was the one lady that was really picking up dimes. Like
she picking them up like they was her dimes.
She was picking them up one at a time. I'm
out of the dirt.
No,
or she was sitting down with the leg folded, like, oh, I can't believe I dropped these dimes again.
I can't.
I got it. Like. You ever took money to the Coinstar?
Yes.
Okay, so you have money. So say you have your money in a plastic bag, or you have it in a 5-gallon water jug, or who knows, a mason jar, and that joke could drop and break, and you just want to cry because I got to pick up all this money off the ground because all of it is changed.
Because I failed to prepare properly. Because
I failed to prepare properly.
So now I'm giving the side eye to like these dirt trucks, because that's what it looked like, a dirt truck that was just carrying down. And where were y'all going?
To the bank? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe to a treasury. Got to be a treasury. Where was it?
A treasury in Texas? I don't even remember now, and I didn't close out the article.
Let me look. Let me see if there's a treasury in Texas. Because I thought there was a change shortage.
That's a lot of dimes. I don't even know. You don't even often get dimes. So anyway, they definitely dropped the dimes on that for
Indeed.
Sure.
They should have had a grandma transport it. She wouldn't have dropped her change like that.
She would have kept it in her bosom.
Listen, she'd have bounce that. Oh, I can't even sing the song because I can't say the bad words.
You can bleep it out yourself, just like we do on the Morning Wood.
Bounce that blank and shake those blanks, okay?
Blank, bounce that and blank. Yeah, you just
looking for the lit is lit. Let's see. She'd have been shaking them things down the street with them dimes in there.
And your ear radio says dirty money. That whoever dropped them dimes was like, "Are you picking up what I'm putting down?"
Did you lose your job for dropping all those dimes?
Something happening So why are we wrapping coins? Right. That's what I'm saying. If they're just gonna put them in the back of a truck and drive them down the street, like
right. But you're gonna tell me I need to come in with the 50 dimes wrapped. Oh, that needs to be wrapped up. No, it doesn't. You can count to 50.
Right.
They just
and you
dropped
know what?
8
Next
million
time that
of them.
does happen, if I ever decide to take change to the bank, I'm going to be like, you know what? Do you know what happened to the dime truck in Texas?
For real.
And
ain't no way.
Because
I have been sent out of a bank because I had unwrapped change. They was not having it. Those tellers are
and
not
they have a change machine at the bank.
And I'm like, it's a change. They was like, well, you need to use that change machine. I'm like, you use it. You know
after I turn this in to you and you count it, you figure, or you go back there, figure it out, bring the ticket.
Bring me what's here. Shoot.
Speaking of bringing me what's here, I'm glad you said that. The Kohl's fires CEO Ashley Buchanan for a conflict of interest with vendors. Okay, according to this report, there's an investigation that's being conducted by outside counsel and an audit committee that Ashley violated some company policies by directing the company to engage with certain vendors. Maybe she was getting some things from some vendors.
Kickbacks.
So I'm thinking to myself, they didn't fire Ashley because she got some jeans, some cargo pants.
Maybe it was like small kitchen. You can get small kitchen appliances.
Okay.
Bathroom stuff. They have jewelry.
Let's guesstimate how much. Let's guesstimate how much those cost. Right. I worked for a wireless company for almost 20 years. And never have I ever paid for a phone for the whole 20 years. Actually,
you were still in
past the
whole
20 years. No, the vendors give them to you. The vendors give you a phone. So like they're like, oh hey, use this for 3 months and then you keep it, or use it for a couple of weeks, or play with this because we need to figure out if this software works, and you keep it. So you're trying to tell me little Ashley done got some?
Little Ashley is crazy. Little Ashley Banks
jeans, and now she fired.
Chaps. It's probably Chaps because they do have a lot of Chaps. When's the last time you were in a Kohl's?
You know what? I used to go to Kohl's all the time.
And you weren't returning an Amazon thing.
I've never returned anything from Amazon at Kohl's.
What do you return? You at Whole Foods?
Yes, at Whole Foods. Why you do that? Why you do that?
I'm just saying, like, there's only a few places you can return your Amazon stuff, and so Kohl's is definitely one of the places. Whole Foods is one of them. Those are the two I go to. I don't know what the other ones are, but I definitely go to Kohl's and Whole Foods.
Yeah, I definitely go to Whole Foods. But I really haven't been to Kohl's in a long time. But I used to go to Kohl's damn near every other day.
Yeah, Kohl's Cash?
All the time. That's why I was going back. I'm like, oh, I got this $25 in Kohl's Cash. Somebody's got to use it.
Somebody's got to use this 20. And it was like cash.
It was like cash. I'll go in there and just buy a little something.
Kohl's. I went into Kohl's a couple weeks ago, and there were about 3 people in there, including the staff. And it was just the spookiest place I had been in a long time.
It was pretty eerie.
Yeah, I was like, why is this place so? Why is this open? So it feels like a shell company for something else at this point, because there was nobody in there doing anything. The people working there were the oldest people on Earth, and there was nobody.
And we could talk about Miss Ashley. Probably was one of the oldest people on Earth as well. She's been working as this at Kohl's for 30 years. Okay. It's been 3 decades that Ashley been over there. My concern is this: is that are they trying to blame? Like, are they just trying to get Ashley out because Kohl's is going down the drain, like you just said? Because vendors always give you stuff. They always give you stuff, no matter what. They're going to give you something because they want you to use the product so that you can push it. So they're trying to tell me in 30 years, no vendor ever gave Ashley anything. And then all of a sudden, Ashley gets some cargo pants and now she fired. Come on.
Maybe she had an inappropriate relationship with one of the vendors.
No, it says that she was getting stuff. She got something, like there was some merchandise, something she received from a vendor.
She got a Ninja, and it was like, oh no, that's it. That's it. She got one of those Yankee candles, and she was like, "What? You got the new Yankee candle scent? Out of here! Get out of here!" Because that's all that's in there: is Yankee candles, small kitchen appliances, Nikes for like moms, and there's a Sephora. There's jewelry. They have jewelry too.
Yeah, they have jewelry there.
And it's real diamonds. So And
I purchased things from every department in Kohl's. But I probably have not really been shopping at Kohl's since before COVID.
No one has said Kohl's as much as we've said in the last 5 minutes in the last 10 years.
Okay,
glad we cleared that. We haven't even seen a Kohl's commercial. And now they're gonna be like full of people. They're like, what is Kohl's?
Because it's like get it at Kohl's. that was
That's
there.
like the kids didn't go to Chili's, and now all of a sudden it's packed. Chili's is packed again, and I hate it.
Chili's?
I'm like, yes. Okay, so
Man, last time I went to Chili's, it was last few times that I went to Chili's, it was a little light in there. But you know what? Isn't that where we are in this economy though?
Mm-hmm.
Like how are things in Houston? Is it very light wherever you go? Are people going to the stores? Are people going to the movies? Are people going
everywhere you go is packed. Everywhere all at once. Everything everywhere all at once is what Houston feels like.
That's interesting.
It is.
I mean, y'all do have some special laws going on there.
Yeah, I don't know if Houston is like resistant. Like people, every time it says, "Oh, it's it's the economy is crashing," I feel like people in Houston go outside more. Like it's like, "Oh, it's slow here," and it's like line out the door. And I'm like, what is happening here in Texas that's not happening other places where it doesn't even feel like it doesn't feel like there's a economic decline. It looks like everyone's buying more stuff. But I mean, like Chili's is a long wait. Like I had to wait 45 minutes for the Mexican restaurant around the corner.
45 minutes?
Mm-hmm. And then we only could be at the table for an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, they have a limit, a restriction on time.
Right.
Interesting. Well, since we're talking about people just going out and buying all types of stuff, Beyonce is back on tour. Okay, she got the Cowboy Carter tour, and it's underway. And they started off at the SoFi Center. Okay, and I was hearing some things about they were talking about.
There?
No, the SoFi Center is in LA. It's it's the Chargers Stadium. I think. Okay. Chargers or the Rams, one of them or both of them. I don't even know. So there was all these talks. Oh, Beyonce isn't selling out her, her tickets, and the SoFi Center, there are still tickets left, and this and that. And then I had to do a little bit of research because I was concerned. I'm like, Beyonce not selling out tickets,
right?
So there were allegedly 3,800 tickets that were unsold from the Beyonce SoFi Center concert.
Okay.
Now, do you want to ask me how many seats are at the SoFi Center?
That was my next question. How many seats are at the SoFi Center?
Thank you for asking me. 70,000.
And she didn't sell 3,800 of them.
So 3,800 were still unsold when the concert began. However, they did get sold throughout the concert being,
happening. Because you can buy tickets while the concert's happening. You don't have to.
You can. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're discounted.
Well, they tried it. They really be trying it with Beyonce.
I saw this video the other day, and it was like, would you save your man or Beyonce? If you saw Beyonce and your man drowning,
I did see
which
that
one
video.
You saving? And every woman in the video said Beyonce.
Yeah, I'm not saying Beyonce.
Every woman. Well, you can't. Your boss watching. Every woman. Every woman in the video said Beyonce. And I'm like, how bad of a man do you have to be for your woman to want to save a stranger instead of you? She said, the woman was like, Beyonce has never done anything to me.
Or they were like, well, Beyonce has a lot more Beyonceing to do.
Right. He ain't nothing. So he's a cheater. So he can drown. I'm like, dang.
Oh, man. I'm not saving Beyonce. Sorry, bae. But yeah, no.
Sorry, I wouldn't say Beyonce either, but I don't know. I guess it depends on the person that was drowning. I might say Beyonce.
Well, speaking of Beyonce, okay, it's a couple of things that's been going on. Those of you who are avid Shady ST watchers, okay,
we appreciate
and
you. We love you.
And to the Morning Wood, and Hot 7025 in itself. Now we had a lady named Jaguar Wright who came on the radio station quite a few years ago, and she decided she wanted to do a video about me. Miss Madam Station Owner, she called me. Okay,
Madam Station Owner is crazy.
And so she did a video and she alleged that me and Tasha K were conspiring against her to unalive her in some way, and we were stalking her and this and that, and I didn't like her or whatever. And you know what's crazy is that when I met her, I thought she was very nice and pleasant. She was super sweet. She brought in some like special CBD oil for the station, and I thought that was very nice of her. She was very pleasant. And she, did an interview, and I never thought about the lady again until I got this link to a video where she was talking about me. Literally nothing in the video is true. Not one thing in the video was true. So I'm not the only one, but I've been thinking, should I sue this lady? Has she really impacted my business in any way? I don't know, but there's a couple of other people who are, and one of them is Jay-Z. Okay, and Jay-Z is sick and tired of being sick and tired about Miss Jaguar Wright talking about the things that she claims to have experienced at certain gatherings or at studios and so on and so forth. And and then also too, Brian McKnight is now suing Jaguar Wright over claims that abused his Brian McKnight child. Brian McKnight really don't be in the tea like that. His kids might bring him in the tea.
Yeah, I was like, his kids.
But him getting involved with, like, why are you talking about Brian McKnight? Anyway, the accusation is that she was claiming that he abused his ex-wife and also used prostitutes.
What's wrong with using a prostitute?
Listen, Linda. Okay, it's illegal. Okay. However, I can say this. So when
using prostitutes is responsible.
So when your cousin, my little brother, who's big, when he played Pop Warner, Brian McKnight's son played with him on Pop Warner. So every time I would go to his Pop Warner game, Brian McKnight would just be sitting there by himself. Like, he wouldn't say anything. I mean, he would speak if you spoke to him or whatever, but it was just chilling by himself. Right. So he did live here in Las Vegas. Okay. And, right up the road, prostitution is free. I mean, it's not illegal, legal. I'll say. It's legal.
Outside of Clark County.
In what county is that?
Nye.
I don't know if it's Nye County.
It's outside of Clark. It's legal, so it can be Nye.
No, because no, it's not. It's only in.
It is legal outside of Clark County.
It's only in this particular county, and I can't think of it, but it's only in this one county. Okay, look it up. Google it. Use the Google.
Look, I'm getting on the Google right now, and if it's Nye, you owe me a prostitute.
The singer Brian McKnight, he has filed a lawsuit against Jaguar for a bunch of things that she's been saying about him online, which he claims to be blatant lies, which I feel like that's just how she get down. Like, I don't know. And maybe she be formulating these stories in her head and then she believes them and then says them out loud, because I'm confused. She be confusing me because I'm like, ma'am, none of this ever happened. So
are you prepared to buy me a prostitute for my birthday?
No.
Why?
I'm broke. Because I ain't got it.
In Nevada, regulated prostitution is legal, but only in specific counties that issue licenses for brothels.
As I said.
These counties are Churchill. I've been in that county. Elko.
Wait, what?
Esmeralda.
What county?
Churchill.
You just drove through there?
I've been to Churchill. Yeah, actually. Okay, so one summer, I was riding around petitioning for the legalization of medicinal marijuana, the increase of the state minimum wage, the federal minimum wage, reduction of frivolous lawsuits, and about a couple other things. And I happened to stop in Churchill County. So it's right outside of Reno. It's where Fallon, Nevada is where it was. I got a couple of tickets and I got in a little bit of trouble in northern Nevada. It's a little racist up there.
It's just a little tiny bit, just a smidget.
It's a smidgen
of racism going on.
I did get called hard R with someone like with a shotgun and like chased me out of their neighborhood because I was walking down the street in the neighborhood. Also had some some really fun experiences with some people down there or up there. Yeah, up there from where I am now. But yeah, prostitution is legal there, but also in Nye County. So whenever you're ready, we'll go to one of those brothels and you can pick. I can be like Charlie Sheen or no, I'm just like, okay, so
right. He zoned in on the prostitution. He didn't zone in on
default,
Jaguar Wright saying Brian McKnight was abusing his ex-wife. He didn't. He picked the side.
I picked the thing that said that I'm like, geez, he abused his wife and he used prostitutes. I'm like, obviously abusing your wife is wrong, but what's wrong with using prostitutes? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like
listen. Sex workers.
There's a lot of shame around sex work.
Listen, there should be shade around sex work because everybody.
Why?
Because we talked about this ongoingly. Because I need everybody to have to pay taxes. Okay, you can't just be out here collecting your $5,000 of sex work money and you don't have to give it to the man. Like everyone else has to give it to the man. I'm gonna need y'all to turn in your 27%,
only
32%,
models
whatever it is.
Pay taxes, don't they?
Who?
OnlyFans models, they pay taxes.
Yeah,
OnlyFans
but they're
Lamar Odom. See, Christy already knew where I was going. Charlie Sheen, Lamar Odom.
No, who says I've never been to a brothel? Me.
Oh,
she don't know. She don't know me, sir.
Oh, I was like, who's?
But it's okay, Miss Connie.
I'm dumb. Y'all gotta forgive me. Sometimes I be. I have a friend that's been to a few brothels. See, sex work is important. It is recession proof because sex sales, especially in a recession, that's what more people are buying. The sex because it's like, dang, I don't have nothing else. This is my thing.
Never have I ever paid to watch any. You know what? Are
we gonna take shots? We should play Never Have I Ever live. That would be.
Never have I ever. I'm trying to think if I ever, the old school tapes that we as kids got in trouble trying to watch. We never bought those, right? Those were just our parents.
Well, okay, so
you bought some?
A tape I got caught.
Big booty.
Have I ever
you bought some?
Okay, so look, no, I've never bought one.
Yeah, I've never purchased them. Like we just get them out the closet. You know what I mean? Like,
or you trade, like you know how kids trade Pokemon cards.
Yes, that's how we.
And so like my homeboy, one time I got caught watching a booty talk. For those who know, those out there who's ever seen Booty Talk with Jake Steed.
Oh, Jake Steed. I forgot about Jake Steed. We definitely had a lot of Jake Steed videos, didn't we? My question is, where did we get them from?
I got mine from my friends. So we would trade them like around.
And then that's how I got them?
I don't know, maybe.
Because I never traded a Jake Steed for anyone. So it must have been yours.
Jake Steed for a Lexington Steel? For a Janet Jackme? I'll
no,
give you
that must have been all your daddy videos.
If you give me a Heather Hunter.
Listen, we only got a few more minutes left, but oh man.
Shout out to Blacktail Magazine.
Shout out to sex workers.
Yeah, I love y'all.
Shout out to Jaguar Wright. Ma'am, I understand that you wanted to get off your chest whatever you had to say about Madam Station owner, who is me. Okay. And the 7 minutes in the video where you sitting in the dark talking about Hot 7025 and myself, it's giving crack. Okay.
Crack?
And I haven't really been addressing this to that point. But Jaguar Wright is giving crack. And second of all, and the thing is, like I said, I thought you were very pleasant. I thought you were very nice. So it's the shenanigans for me. So Brian McKnight and Jay-Z, they not with the shenanigans. They suing Jaguar Wright as well. And that's that.
I want to sue somebody. I never remember what people do, so I could never be like mad enough to sue them because I didn't forgot somebody did something to me. I forgot they exist. I'll be moving on. Like
I'm gonna
Maya.
start sending out lawsuits.
Me too.
I got some people I can sue now. I got some people that's going to be with somebody, not the Lord, that definitely that need to be sued.
Suing.
Oh my gosh.
Need some suing.
Yes.
I'm suing the estate of, okay?
All right, sir. Wes says that those videos came from your parents, and they did, okay?
Listen, because my parents had a healthy sex relationship and they were open.
No, it was no problem with it. No, it was no problem with it. We were just saying, we were just trying to figure out how did we get the videos because, like, I didn't have the videos. So we're trying to figure out the videos definitely came from your parents.
Or Cheyenne, that store on Cheyenne.
But we didn't buy them. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you and I never bought them. We got them from somewhere, but we never purchased them.
You used to be able to rent them from the store on Cheyenne.
Did?
Yeah. So I mean, maybe we rented them. Maybe somebody rented them. Maybe someone borrowed and then never returned them. Maybe that's why they stopped renting them.
Right.
Maybe that's why that business went out of business because you were renting all.
Y'all weren't bringing the videos back.
Mm-hmm. Y'all is crazy. It sounds like a projection to me. Because anyway, we should definitely play Never Have I Ever live because we'll see. Well, I wouldn't get that drunk though.
That would be rather interesting. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, we just wanted to just kind of come back and let y'all know that we are here to deliver some more shady ass tea. We could have talked about Shannon Sharpe, but yeah, okay.
It's fine.
He got a lot going on, and
he does.
It's all going to come to light. And long story short, don't date young white children. And you're a 56-year-old man,
right? You're not a pope. You don't need to be dating young white children.
It's already a classification for that,
Right?
Now
come on now.
Now that I can believe Stephanie and Aretha's houses. I can believe that.
Come on now. She is the moment.
So listen, we have everybody listening on YouTube, Twitch, and on Instagram, and I really appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to the Shady Ass Tea. We were on a short hiatus, but we are back. Wes said that you found those videos in the gutter. Do you not remember that statement?
Okay, so I do remember that statement.
Okay.
I will not deny. I don't deny snow bunnies never. Okay. I did have a neighbor who provided me a few tapes as a departing gift. He was moving, and so I had a few of those. One was called The Professor. Yes.
Sir, who asked you where you got those from? Because I can't remember. Somebody said
I can't remember.
I can't remember who.
I do not recall.
Parents. Where'd you get those from? Recall. I got them from the gutter.
The gutter. They're the gutter. They're from the gutter.
Oh boy.
Gutter trash.
Wes also says if it was a black woman, the most that would have happened was him getting child support. Talking about Shannon Sharpe. If it was a black woman,
it wouldn't.
We wouldn't have heard anything.
Nope.
And the problem is that, you know what? Shannon Sharpe is ridiculous for falling for the okie doke. What they say, the banana in the tailpipe. Literally.
I'm going to leave that there. I'm not even.
And that is that. Okay. Okay. And yeah, so.
I love you guys.
Sir, anything you want to say to the people before we sign off?
I'm happy to be back. Love you guys. Can't wait to every week to bring it to you. I was going to say hard, but I don't want to be, inappropriate.
Pause.
Pause. Jeez.
Well, I'm going to bring it to you light and fluffy. How about that?
Light and fluffy is crazy too. Like
listen, we are now going to be live every Thursday, 3 p.m. right here on hot7025fm.com. You can follow us on all social media platforms. Sir, yours?
At the Sir Armstrong on Instagram, Sir Armstrong on Facebook. Because I no longer have a Twitter.
That's what you get for calling Elon Musk an African booty scratcher.
He's
You can
always
follow
gonna be
me
an
on
African
every
booty scratcher.
single social media platform at eCarrice. That's ECarrice. And then what's our Instagram?
At the Shady Ass. Is it the Shady Ass Tea?
It's good.
At the Shady Ass Tea, yes.
Yeah, at the Shady Ass Tea. All right, listen. Again, tell your friends about us. Go ahead and click that share button. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.